I was looking at Leviathan, and there are characteristics given in Job 41. And so, number one, he's a covenant breaking spirit. This spirit. Job 41 says, will he, 3 and 4, will he speak softly to you? And verse 4, will he make a covenant with you? And so I want to say to you that what happens, I was saying this was happening with some friends of ours. We realized that Leviathan was getting between our communication. Like, so I was saying one thing and I knew what I said, but they swore they heard something different. They said, "Oh, you did not say that to me." And so Leviathan is a twisting spirit. So it twists communication. So by the time you say something, it gets between you and the hearer. And so they hear something totally opposite or completely different. Twist the tone. And so it says, will he make a covenant with you? So even in marriages, this can happen. I know Mike and I were getting kind of testy with each other one day. I said, Mike, this is just that Leviathan spirit. Now we need to recognize what's going on right here. And we stopped and we said, in the name of Jesus, we bind you, Leviathan. You're not going to affect our marriage. Poof, it was
Amen.
over.
I totally understand it because, of course, this has happened between Jim and myself. But I will tell you, I had a great story, and it's a real story. And I wish Ricky was right here to say, it's true, Mom. It happened one time about a year or so, about a year, maybe 2 years ago. Ricky and I were up in the kitchen making dinner. And he just thought I said something to him that I didn't say, and it was twisted. And and I said, Ricky, this is not what I said. I mean, you're taking something that I just said to you completely wrong and twisting it. And all of a sudden, Ricky, my son, this young man of God, all of a sudden he recognized the spirit. He goes, wait a minute, Mom, this is Leviathan. I said, in the name of Jesus, we take over. You are not allowed in this home, you twisted serpent. And and Ricky agreed, and we prayed, and boom, it was over. And then Ricky goes, I'm sorry, Mom, please forgive me for taking it that way. But there it was between.
That's right.
And I bet you there's a lot of Leviathan spirits trying to take over right now in marriages and in families because everybody's locked in together. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, you get a little testy with each other when it's just one or two of you at times, or maybe 10. But seriously, yeah, it happens in marriages. It happens in relationships.
That's right.
And so, well, that happened with that ministry. And so I bound that spirit and I talked again to them. And it was like they forgot everything that happened before. It was like it was gone. Like here I'm limping still, but I knew better than to go back and try to go over it again at that point. I was just glad everything was okay. But what you gave, with you and Ricky, that example is exactly why we're sharing with everybody today. This is so important to realize. And sometimes people, we just walk in and out of our life. And if we don't deal with this twisting spirit, it'll play on hurts and, things where you haven't cleared things up. And then all of a sudden, boom, it's breaking covenant. You want a divorce, you want to walk out or something like that. It's a covenant breaking spirit. Now we need to understand this. We need to understand what is really happening. And I think since Mike and I have come to realize, just like you and Ricky, stop a minute here. Okay, let's just stop a minute. What is really going on? We love each other. We don't want to break covenant. We have a covenant. But the wonderful thing, and I'm going to jump ahead because there's some more points I want to make on this, but what is behind this? It says Job 41:34. He beholds every high thing. He is the king over the children of pride. So pride raises its ugly head. And look what Ricky did. I mean, I'm so proud of Ricky and proud of you for teaching Ricky and you and Jim, because he humbled himself. You understand that? He didn't try to defend himself. He didn't get mad at you. He just humbled himself and said, I'm sorry. And what happens? Poof, a soft answer turns away wrath. So what happens is somebody has to come in humility, in the opposite spirit, because Leviathan feeds on pride.
Before we go any further, what I want to say to everybody and to Cindy, the point she's making is this: is that how do you kill Leviathan? How do you destroy Leviathan? Go to Job 41 and read all of Leviathan and the whole thing that he deals with here in Job, and that the word deals with in Job is God. But when you said he beholds all things, he is king over all the children of pride. So therefore, humility kills Leviathan. And if there was ever a time to be humble, it's now. I have all my little sayings. The kids know, and people around me know. I have sayings everywhere, and because I just certain ones I like. And this one I found, a little ceramic, and it says on one side, "Work hard," and the other side it says, "Stay humble." What else on Leviathan, Cindy?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. There's things like I wrote down. He has the manifestations that bring despair, depression, intimidation. Look at verse 8 of Job 41. Lay your
All
hand
right.
on him. Remember the battle. Never do it again. Okay. So what's happening is there's this intimidation, and the next verse amplifies it. Any hope of overcoming him is false. Shall one not be overwhelmed at the sight of him? So, whatever battle you're in, when Leviathan's in it, it's like it's big. It feels, maybe it is a big battle, but it feels so big you want to quit. It feels so big you can't even seek God sometimes for the answers. You just get overwhelmed. You need somebody else to pray with you, or pray and
Yeah.
pray for you, because it can become an oppression.